Virgo, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 24th through the 30th. My name is Athen. So we have a full moon this week on Saturday, which will be taking place in your 6th house of self-improvement, your house actually of Virgo. And this is coming from these new beginnings that shaped up in your 12th house of behind-the-scenes activities where Jupiter's been transiting. So maybe you guys have been coming through a lot of spiritual understanding right now over the past 6 months or so with Jupiter here, or less than 6 months, maybe about 5 months. And so that's going to continue to expand this week. We have that full moon opposite up to Jupiter, conjuncting up to Neptune in that 6th. And we had that new moon in that 12th. So over the past week or two, depending on when you're watching this, you guys had that new moon there, which is new beginnings around spiritual understandings about life. And spiritual, I just mean, non-physical. So that might be what you would call spiritual, philosophical maybe, since it was involving Jupiter. But it could be just getting that rest, getting that relaxation, being in that present moment, having that tranquil approach to life. So through that, you guys can be coming to a full culmination point now during this full moon, since those new beginnings, understanding about the importance of grounding spirituality into the day-to-day environment, which is that 6th house, of course, and into work. Our service work is a very spiritual thing. So these are the kinds of areas of life that will be highlighted, and I think with Neptune already transiting your guys' 6th, you already understand and have been understanding the importance of faith, trust, going with the flow, providing a work and service that is about giving and empathy and compassion, which has been Neptune in your 6th. So in either case, a full moon, a culmination of this, an understanding of both the work sector, and this can also be a culmination of the work sector since the past 6 months when you guys had a new moon here. So for those of you who started off a new direction there, whether it's with craft or with work or with your routine and health, this can be coming to a high point as well. So some things there on Saturday, and I think you guys will also be very spiritually attuned this weekend. I think your intuition can be high. And again, understanding more about the spiritual aspects of life, since the full moon has the tendency to illuminate both houses. Well, it's really the sun here that's been illuminating and will continue to illuminate that 12th house of yours. So that's Saturday. As we approach Saturday, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the week. Tuesday through Thursday, the sun does go over that Jupiter. So this can be some new beginnings about those new philosophical understandings about spirituality, whether it's the Christed Buddhic teachings, if you will. It could deal with meditation, going with the flow, that kind of thing, and more things there shaping up. So I think being open to that, and I think you guys tapping into that optimism, which should be available about the importance of that faith and going with the flow, will be a really good way of working with this energy this early part of the week. And again, that can bring things in almost serendipitously, and because there's that flow there. So Jupiter, very nice in the 12th, things expanding on that level. And the high point for you Virgos will be Mercury sextiling up to Saturn this early part of the week, also Tuesday through Thursday. So here with this, Mercury has recently gone into your 1st house. So this is Mercury not only in your 1st house, but exalted, as he usually is, going over your north node this middle part of the week as he sextiles Saturn. So first of all, you guys hopefully are thinking more about self, your goals, your drives. It is more of an active phase than it was, say, the previous weeks when you had Mercury in that 12th. So although things are shaping up in the 12th house behind the scenes activities, your ruler in the 1st does signify more intentions, more drive, more action. And that's been important for the past 2 years with the North Node transiting your 1st house, which is about growth in general, being open to learning in life, being open to learning more about self, and pursuing any ambitions and goals that you do have. So with your ruler going over that North Node in the 1st, really activating that 1st house, I would really implement all growth type of things, especially when it's relating to your drives, your ambitions. And what you'll find is that not only will you learn a lot about that, but you can get a lot done, because Mercury, as you guys know, is a very practical planet, can get things done, really applied on that day-to-day level. And again, this is what your whole life path has been about for the past 2 years. So that's very nice, a good way of looking at it. Sextile from Saturn really strengthens that and makes it a good solid way of implementing a disciplined approach to your pursuits and anything relating to self there. Now, Saturn has been recently transiting your second house as he went back in here a couple months ago. So hopefully you guys are putting in that discipline and patience and hard work with everything about financial security or material security in life, about your values, the discipline and things around that, and that will then further be assisting these first house matters, as you can see here. So a synergy between the first and the second for you guys. So that's the transits. There's only 3 major transits. That conjunction with the Sun and Jupiter in the 12th, illuminating that 12th house of spirituality. It's full moon on Saturday, illuminating spirituality on the day-to-day level. The importance of discipline, routine, health, and all of that for more peace and understanding and spiritual understanding about self. And with all this energy in your first house, I really recommend, while that's taking place, to trust that intuition, trust that guidance. Of course, when it's coming from the right place. And what you'll find is that this is supporting your life path, and you guys will probably notice quite the shift and quite the transformation of your life path this week as Mercury goes over that north node, an adjustment, if you will, to where you're headed, where you're going in the future, and that kind of thing. So some things to notice with that. Tap into that Saturn energy. I think you guys naturally will. Certainly available. Your intellect should be quite strong, should be quite high. Things relating to work and career would be a good week to implement, with Mercury ruling that 10th as well. One thing I want to mention is that Venus is going to be getting closer to Mars. They'll be exact next week. So this is going to be a strong passion and that yin-yang energy coming together, which will be, spiritually for you. It's involving that 12th house, but maybe even networking and friendships, because Mars has been transiting your 11th house. So maybe you guys are, very assertive or setting goals with ideals, community, or friends. So that can be highlighted, but that'll be mostly next week. But I think continuing to enjoy spirituality and putting energy into those 11th house matters will be a good way of merging this yin yang. And again, that can be quite passionate, quite powerful. This can have to do with the finances. Venus rules your 9th and your 2nd. Philosophy, asserting yourself, putting energy into that, and maybe enjoying a little bit more of the communications and simple exchanges of life, since Mars rules both your 3rd and your 8th house. So have a nice week, Virgo. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to Sidereal Astrology, do check the description, because your sign might be different if you're used to traditional tropical astrology. Have a nice week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.